They've been lining up for days, desperate to get the papers they need so they can stay in their adopted country. Immigrant workers from Haiti, some of whom have lived here for decades.
They don't want Haitians here. They began this process so we could stay legally, but it's all for nothing. They just want to get us out of the country.
Those who haven't managed to register as foreign workers, and rights groups say there could be as many as 300,000 who haven't, now face deportation. Some leading Dominican businessmen have said that taking so many workers out of the country will damage the rapidly growing economy. But these workers are not the only ones under threat. Those born here to undocumented immigrant parents have had their Dominican citizenship taken away. Wilna is just one who could be stateless. The 22-year-old was born in Santa Rita into one of the many communities dedicated to cutting sugarcane. The fact that his father, who arrived 50 years ago, is undocumented means he has lost his right to stay. When he tried to renew his birth certificate, it was taken from him. Now he, his siblings, and their children are facing an uncertain future.
I feel Dominican. I'm a native of this place. I was born here. My child was born here. This is the only country I know.
Epifania St. Charles, an activist, visits those most vulnerable to being deported to Haiti, a country many have never visited. She says the threatened deportations are just the latest example of discrimination towards those with Haitian roots, a prejudice she says has grown as Haitians have moved out of the countryside and into the cities.
Some Dominicans are afraid because they feel Haitians are invading. There's xenophobia because we're black and we're poor. Many conservatives say a poor country shouldn't have to take in those even poorer.
Local and international human rights groups like Amnesty International are concerned over how people will be rounded up and taken to newly built detention centers, and if they have the right to appeal. But making his case on television to a population largely in favor of the plan, the Dominican Interior Minister rejects international criticism.
If someone arrives and says they're Dominican, how do I know they're Dominican? How do I know their identity when I don't even know their name? Tell me, should I register them just for telling me this? How?
For those still without the required papers and with no options left, all they can do is wait and hope that their family will be spared. David Mercer, Al Jazeera, Santo Domingo, Dominican.